We're going to be commentating a Age of Empires 4 game, and you're probably like, Age of Empires 4? You're casting that now? I thought it was StarCraft, but actually you probably weren't thinking that at all, but I thought I'd give it a try because it's been a long time since I've commentated, and I think it'd be fun to commentate this game because it is it's quite fun. I enjoy Age of Empires 4. A lot of people seem to like it as well. It's a lot more, it's slower paced than StarCraft 2 is, which is nice to some people, not so nice for others. So you get to relax in the early game, and you get to think about, all right, what's my strategy going to be? And units move a little bit slower than StarCraft, or I should say significantly slower, for sure. Yeah, well, let's get to it. So let's, I don't know if you read the description or not, but this is a 2v4 that my buddy David played with some people here. We have his partner here, Hypsh TV, down here, and he's playing as the Roos. And he is already mining out his sheep, so he's going to go look for sheep. And look, there's a huge amount of sheep right there. Let's get some music going, too, because we don't want you to get bored. There we go. Get some ambiance in here. All right, and then we have over here at the right side of the map, we have TheGreatMule. The map is Nagara. And these are the two players that will be facing these four over here. We have the Doctor as the red, whatever race that is. Let's see. HRE. He's playing the HRE, so that's cool. He already has a pre-laid out. Moralizing, giving good morale to these villagers here. What is it called? It's called Inspire, right? Inspiring? Yep. Dope. Let's see here. We have Shooter as whatever color that is, because I am colorblind. Playing against the French. And yeah, that person's over there. And then we have Soulslith here as the blue French as well. We actually have 3 French on this map. And I'm trying to find where the other guy is. Where is Covfefe? Covfefe. Where are you, Covfefe? Let's see. Do we do selected player only? Let's find Covfefe. Where are you at, Covfefe? Did I miss you? I think I did. That's Soulslith. There's Covfefe. We found you. So they're just really close together, I suppose. So there you go. And that's that. So yeah. I think my camera's good. Good to go. And I do seem a little dark, but that's okay. So, yeah, the map is Nagara, and interesting enough, we have this giant body of water in the center with a plethora of fish that can be harvested for food. Navy is certainly an option for this map, but this mountain kind of does block it a little bit. I think Hypsh would be, on this side of the map, Hypsh would be the best choice for that. Yeah, because the TheGreatMule has to go all the way around. And we'll see if he does do that. And then it looks like Soulslith would probably... No, I don't think so. I think actually, what's his face here? The Doctor would be the best choice for the Navy if he chose to do that. There probably will be mining of fish on this map. So we shall see. Yeah, there you go. Artifacts are kind of spry on this map. Where are the... Okay, so here are the sacred sites. If you didn't know, in AoE 4, a win condition for the game is to capture these sacred sites, and if you hold all of them on your team or yourself in a 1v1, has a certain amount of time before you automatically win the game unless the enemy captures it. So that's pretty cool. It gives people incentive to kind of speed things up in the game. The game is already decently slow, so... Yeah, I am gonna turn up my brightness. Sorry for the freaking visual vomit there of me moving across there. There we go, a little bit brighter, because darkness is bothering me a little bit, if you couldn't tell. So we got the Aiken Chapel going down for the Doctor. This is a great structure. I personally play the HRE as well. I think they're a great race. You put this prelate in the Aiken Chapel, or Aachen, and you can inspire villagers in a certain radius, which is pretty cool. And it looks like Hypsh did reach the feudal age, which is pretty cool. I don't know how to roofs really work. I do know that they do not use stone. They only use wood for their walls, or just wood in general. They can't use stone at all. But they're a fairly strong race from what I understand. GreatMule, you know, doing his thing. Probably going for his classic TC build. He's going that double TC route. And we do have fishing boats over here, interestingly. I didn't notice this, but there is a body of water on each corner of the map, it looks like. That's kind of cool. Can you imagine a little Navy battle on each corners of the map? Just right here. What would be the point of that? But that would be silly. That would be absolutely silly. Crazy. I have a lot of sheep here. They're just chilling. That's okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Oh, yeah. And if you didn't know, markets, there are neutral markets on the map now, which is pretty cool, especially if your teammate hasn't built a market yet. You're like, okay, I need gold, let's go and do the neutral one, and I'll get some gold out of that. And then when your teammate does make it, you send them over to him, or you just keep making more. So pretty cool. It's pretty cool, the change in the priority of the market in this game, because in AoE 2 I would always get the market as soon as possible so I could see my teammates, because you couldn't do that back in AoE 2. In this game you can see your teammates, so that incentive goes away. But you know, gold is pretty nice too, so there you go. So yeah, as I've said earlier, the game is a little bit slow at the beginning, so not a lot of action is going to be happening right now. So we're really going to be talking about, all right, what's their game plan, what are they going to do, and stuff like that. Going back to the sacred sites and the win condition, another win condition, which I'm pretty sure was in AoE 2 as well. I am not an expert by any means in this game, but you could build a wonder, and that would end the game, and that ends the game in a certain amount of time. I think it's 15 minutes. I could totally be wrong about that. So yeah. Yeah, do we see 2 TCs from GreatMule? We do. So he's getting double that villager production, so his economy is going to be booming. So that's pretty sick. And he is building an outpost here. Protect his farm. He doesn't want to get ambushed by somebody. Lots of scouts from Hypsh. I think because the Rus have to skin animals, something like that. Again, I'm not familiar with all the races in this game, but yeah. We got the food count increasing ever more from the GreatMule. Focusing more on food over the rest at this point, probably because he wants to focus on getting more villagers as much as possible, and then I'll balance out that economy, balance out the villager count. There was some kind of engagement over here. It looks like a scout from Covfefe. And we see a giant wall being constructed right now from the doctor. He is going to cut this out. He has been seeing some attack on Titan, and he wants to build the first wall to defend against the Titans, the GreatMule, and Hypsh. So, anyways, so that's cool. Soulslith, not Smith. This is not the Matrix. It's not Mr. Anderson kind of thing. That made no sense, but whatever. He's building a wood wall. He's blocking off potential enemies that will come from the mountain. These deer do seem pretty frightful. Yeah. And we got more walls right here. And he's killing a wolf. A villager with a spear. That's pretty cool. That poor wolf never stood a chance. Damn. And we have the Abbey of the Trinity, which I'm not sure what that is, but that is a religious landmark. So looks like we see Hypsh building into age 3 so far. What is the GreatMule doing? We shall see. We have Babakin of the Sun. I don't know what that does, but I mean, it looks cool. Oh, I forgot to mention, the GreatMule is playing the Chinese. And Chinese are pretty cool. Fire Lancers are balanced. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to preach about balance. Even though I just did. But whatever. I'm just kidding. It's all in good fun. You know, we're all jokers here. You know, it's crazy. So, anyways. Yeah, so I got the School of Cavalry here. Looks like this is some structure for the French to build cavalry. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, my buddy plays French. He was the Rus, but he likes cavalry a lot, and he wanted stone, so he swapped over to the French. French seemed like a pretty decent race. Not race, what did it? Civilization. I'm used to StarCraft, so sorry. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the map. Let's see how this wall's coming along. Coming along pretty well. And it looks like someone's ready to age 2. Looks like that somebody is somebody. I'm not sure. Or age 3, rather. I think, yes. I'm on GreatMule. That makes sense. Okay, so GreatMule is going to get the astronomical clock tower. So he's going to be able to study the cosmos, which is pretty cool. Because the Chinese in this game study the stars and their fire lancers get upgraded. So that's how that works. That made sense. All right, we got some stables going on for Soulslith too. And he is, again, we have 3 French on their team. So lots of cavalry, so it would definitely behoove the 2 over here to get some spearmen or some, I don't know, some crossbowmen. Looks like Hypsh is getting some horse archers, which interestingly enough are being made out of the archery range. That is kind of cool. I would think it would be made out of a stable or something like that. So, yeah. Let's see. We got the Taj Mahal here. Oh, sorry, the Abbey of Trinity. Warrior monks, interesting. Heals units, oh my gosh. Dude, the freaking Rus are built for cavalry too. Cavalry and French, or French and Rus seem like the way to go, but it looks like we have a town center being constructed over here on the left side. Interesting. We have a bunch of scouts from Hypsh here fighting shooter, but these are knights, so these scouts will probably not win in that fight. So yeah, there you go. So it looks like Hypsh is going to pull back, and we have the horse archers, a huge force coming out from Hypsh right now, moving over to this bold TC, and the villager did get destroyed. So these are just scaffoldings, basically construction in your local neighborhood. They say it's going to be done in about a month, but here we are 3 years later. Whoops, sorry, our budget wasn't strong enough. Anyways, we got knights from Soulslith assisting his buddy shooter, but horse archers, they do have that range, and they are focusing down those knights. One does go down, and these are inspired from the monk. I think inspired, right? No, this is healing. Or I could be wrong, not sure, but yeah, we already have a nice fight going down, and we have heals from that monk, and Hypsh is just going to kite these guys into oblivion. We have another engagement over here. We have some villagers from the doctor. Oh, no, it's a GreatMule scouting with the scouts, which makes sense because scouts scout, and they are indeed scouting. So, this warrior monk leading the way. I'll get him! Follow me, boys! This is the true Sigma male grind set warrior monk for sure. Anyways, so, yep, we got some more cutting going on over there. And we have some relics that are actually already being picked up from Hypsh. That is going to be a huge gold lead so far, which is pretty nice. Let's actually look at the resources here. Resources are favoring shooter right now in terms of 3. Is it income? Income. Here we go. Income is what we need to... Actually, Hypsh is leading in food, Soulslith, so it's kind of all over the place. We got a little bit of balance here, but Hypsh is playing quite well this game. Let's see here. You can definitely see that for sure. I thought I saw something, some kind of engagement. It's still the GreatMule's scout. Copied that. And Hypsh is just going to clean up this force here. Yeah, it looks like Shooter was trying to make some kind of a proxy here so that he could get a foothold over on Hypsh's side. And that scout finally does go down from the GreatMule. And we have some fireworks going down. Oh, okay, interesting. Wow, when did this happen? Well, okay, so we have a tower push from, I think that's Covfefe. And interestingly enough, GreatMule is getting a nest of bees, and he's just going to focus down this tower. There is one villager that is going to heal it, but, you know, those are splashed, so that villager did not stand a chance at all. And we do see some kind of a move out from Hypsh. Let's see if he can do some damage. Is there an opening? There are some walls here. Where would he go? Okay. Oh! Okay, interestingly enough, you could actually go up this mountain. So that's interesting. He is just chilling. Okay, well, can he get down, though? It looks like he can't. We'll see. Yes, and it looks like TheGreatMule is about to age up, and he's focusing on a boar. Oh, man. Well, there he goes. Damn. Sad. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. We have some archers. We have some knights. The force doesn't seem to be too strong. And you can go down the mountain. Okay. Today I learned that is... Wow. Okay. Well, Jordan, or his name is Jordan. So Hypsh is going down, and he is clearing up villagers. And we'll see how these four react to this. Doing quite a bit of damage. Killing villagers, forcing a recall. Focusing on the archery ranges. And we do see some horse archers reinforcing them. And we have the scouts coming in too to soak up the damage probably. And we see some knights getting in position. This force doesn't look quite formidable enough to deal with Hypsh's force. Lots of horse archers. I count like 30 at least. So that's a lot. Yeah, about 30, maybe more. And we have the scouts too that will actually do more damage than you would think. Very smart using the wall to try to kite these archers. Let's take a look over at TheGreatMule's base. Don't see anything so far. How is the doctor doing? He's completed his wall. Excellent. And he's sending over his archers right now, and they're veteran archers and men-at-arms. Interesting. Okay. So those are upgraded archers, I believe, and they are moving over. Try to thwart this attack. Again, Hypsh doing quite a bit of damage, destroying a lot of forces, and no mining at all for Soulslith here. And Shooter's in a tough position right now. He has about, let's see, how many villagers does he have? Shooter. He has 11 on food, and he's got 5 on the lumber. So, he still has a decent amount of resources for stone and food, but lots of damage being done. The first archer range is going down at this time, and we have the lone archer. He's like, I got this! Ah! No! He's dead. That was a sad story for him. And Hypsh is working on the second archery range. And I think I actually do like what these four are doing. They can't engage that force that is too large, so they are building up a force behind the wall. But it looks like Hypsh is going to just go around, go straight for the jugular and try to deal with those troops. He's going in. We'll see how many troops he has. Lots of villagers. They could probably be garrisoned into that TC, but I think that they are in panic mode, so I understand. I probably would be in the same boat. We have the knights moving up. Let's see how much damage they could do. They could probably get a few. That monk from Hypsh is going to... wow, this is still here. Okay, that tower's still there. Hypsh's monk is going to heal the horse archers at this time. And, yeah. So, pulling out here. And Hypsh just going to pull away. This tower actually is helping quite a bit with the archers inside. So, Soulslith is good right now. And finally, the forces from the Doctor are riding in like the Rohirrim. Gondor calls for aid, and here he comes. But Hypsh's forces are going to kite. But Hypsh's forces are going down. I think the monk did die, so there is no more healing. No more healing for these horse archers at this time. Do we see a buildup of force back here? No. He does have a relic. He does have 3 in that relic now, which is mighty fine. We actually see some archery ranges here from the Doctor, so he can turn out some forces at this time. And the forces of Hypsh have dwindled quite a bit. And this poor merchant, this poor trader. All right, he's done. And we'll see how much damage he could do. Those horse archers are on hold position, and we do see some more being produced at this time. Bounties. Interesting. That must be a ruse thing. I'm not sure what that does. But knights are moving in. The forces have accumulated. These archers are not doing anything. They are moving now. What these royal knights are here to do is basically soak up damage. Here we go. Let's see if there's some focus fire going down. And we have some archers to actually counteract or intercept these horse archers. But They are not moving in at this time. Focus fire is going down from Soulslith, taking out the rest of Hypsh's forces. A solid defense from these guys. Excellent job. We have a villager from Hypsh TV being attacked by Shooter's scout with an axe. Talk about a gruesome scene. That must be... Yeah, I was about to say Jack the Ripper, but that wouldn't make sense because, you know, French. Jack the Ripper wasn't French, or maybe he was. Maybe that's another mystery. He was French too. There's more man-at-arms going on right here, and it looks like things have slowed down significantly. Let's look back at the TheGreatMule's base. We have a bunch on my... Let's actually see how many resources he has. He has 32 on gold. Oh my goodness. That is interesting. I don't think I would do that much personally, but maybe it's based on his civilization and they need more gold for tax. I don't know, tax purposes. Who knows? That's kind of crazy to me. 34 and 34 on wood. Wow. Yeah, I usually just do the glass cannon 40 20, or is it 40 30? 40 20 20 10, and then 10 merchants or traders, whatever they're called. And they are going to plug up this. That extremely smart of them. They're like, we're not falling for that again, and we're going to put a keep too in case you try to do it again. So there is that. There's still some more relics on the map too, so I would definitely consider grabbing those as well. None of the win conditions have been captured at this point, and I don't think they're going for a wonder. Closest to a wonder, it looks like a Soulslith, but he is consistently spending more money. So there you go. And surprisingly, no Navy force being made on the center of the map. I suppose there is no point. Oh, here we go. We do see a relic that's about to be picked up from Covfefe. And yeah. So, and the fisher boats, strong over here for Soulslith. This little corner of the world here. Excellent. Lots of, wow, he's got, how many docks does he have? Oh, okay. 3 docks. Wait. No, yeah. 1 dock. Yeah, I was about to say. Those aren't docks. I'm silly. Oh, we got an attack over here. Is it the same? It's Hypsh's villager. These poor villagers. This madman over here just murdering people. Oh man, someone should really get the cops on this. This is too much. This is horrible for our citizens. We do actually have a wall up from TheGreatMule. Surprisingly, walling off from Hypsh, his teammate. Not sure what that's about, but building quite a substantial siege force. Looking like he is going straight all siege, and he's going to be a building buster. And then we'll see what Hypsh does. He does like his cavalry quite a bit. He likes that mobility. He's getting some man-at-arms. He's getting some streltsy, which are some gunpowder infantry. Nice. Never seen that before. Well, getting some warrior monks. And wow, these roof structures look pretty cool for age 4. I think he's age 4, right? Age 4, yeah. We should all be age 4 by this time. Let's see. Is everybody age 4? Some are not. That's okay. I'm sure they're working on it. And here's the rest of the troops. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame them. I think they actually need to build up after that attack, which was pretty effective actually. But they are building up again. So we'll see what happens. Blacksmith over here, gonna get those upgrades churning out for the HRE here. We have a keep here. Nice. Very spicy. And in Age of Empires 2, in the keep, you could actually build special units from there, which you cannot do anymore. Kind of miss. I love the Teutons. I love Crusaders because I am, you know, a Crusader fanboy supreme. It's actually too large of a title. Supreme is probably not the right word. Maybe beta. That's definitely the way to go. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Anyways, we have some stuff going on over here at the gold, and yeah, again, 44 on gold. Jesus, you know what? That actually makes sense. He needs that gold because he's going straight siege, and he's going a lot of wood because siege requires a lot of wood. That makes sense. You don't really need food if you're not going infantry. Now I know why he's doing it. That makes sense. And we have aid. We have Covfefe in the Imperial Age. He has made it. He is here. And we got a lot of Royal Knights, and we have some Springolds too, so that is pretty deadly versus the TheGreatMule Siege. So we'll see how much damage that does. And Mangonels, I venture to say Mangonels are one of the best units in the game, in my opinion. They are quite strong versus just cavalry, infantry, pretty much everything. They are pretty much Colossi in this game if you played StarCraft 2. They're pretty damn strong, and you can get more than just 4 Colossi, which you usually got in StarCraft 2. I will be making a lot of comparisons to StarCraft 2 because I played a lot of it. So if you don't get these references, I apologize. I'm just trying to cross-reference. Okay. Tribute to Shooter. What does a tribute mean? Not sure. I could look that up later. We'll see. Let's take a look at the production. Lots of archery ranges, and I think, wow, what's this? Arbaletrier? Wow, that's cool. That's crossbow with a shield. That's sick. All right, we got a wow, substantial force from Hypsh again. Lots of horse archers, and we have some infantry in the back. Try to deal with the fluff for whatever he's about to face. And we might see another engagement. We do see someone capturing the sacred site. That is Hypsh. He is capturing one of the win conditions. So applying some pressure, some indirect pressure to the 4 over here. And what I mean by indirect is, you know, he's not fighting, but he is using the win condition to try to indirectly make them move out or make a move. He's like, your move, old man, or something like that. I don't know. There we go. Sacred site is captured for the 2 over here. And we'll see, how is the siege force coming from TheGreatMule? Quite substantial. Lots of mangonels, lots of bees. Not the bees. And we do actually see some kind of attack going down for the doctor. I think you need a prelate to capture this, right? I could be wrong. I think he's sending out a prelate or monk priest, whatever it's called. And no, yeah, it's a prelate. He's HRE. So I think he's waiting on that. And then the bees are in position, and these guys did not stand a chance. He's actually trying to construct a key too, and he just figures, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna try to do as much damage as possible, but the bees are too dang strong, man. Oh, never mind. Ooh, doing quite a bit of damage to the villagers. Oh, no. There we go. Does get cleaned up. And we do actually see it keep going down to try to counteract some reinforcements. This is still in construction animation for the doctor. Another tribute sent. Oh, I know what tribute is. He's transferring money. Transferring money to the shooter. He did take quite a bit of damage in that initial attack from Hypsh. So he is trying to catch up, and he's asking for resources from his allies. What good teammates. Excellent work. All right. Yeah, so. Yeah, we got to keep going down here. Yep. All right. So, let's see. How does it go? We have 30 gold, so the count actually did go down and actually shifting to stone. And I think that's because he wants to make more keeps, I suppose. Let's actually look at the resources here for Hypsh. No stone. Oh, what? How is he getting stone? Is that passive stone? Interesting. So you do get stone. I did not know that. I thought you don't get stone at all. I know you can't make stone walls, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, no stone walls. Okay, there you go. We have 33 on food, 9 on gold. So resources should probably increase at some point. We have an engagement from Hypsh taken care of. We got some Royal Knights from Soulslith, so this engagement is pretty cool. The keep is going to help quite a bit. Mangonels and Springolds, though, those are pretty dang good versus a bunch of cavalrymen, but he is choosing to pull back. Smart. This is an entrenched position. And we actually see a nice wood wall from Hypsh trying to block off the keep at this time. We'd have an engagement moving in. We got the elite man of arms from Hypsh moving in, soaking up the damage. Archers doing a bunch of damage. Springolds focusing down what they can. And we actually have some troops from Shooter in the mix too. which is kind of spicy. We have a guy just chilling, taking a smoke break in the back. There he goes. He's like, oh crap, we're fighting. I didn't realize. You know, just the sounds of death. And we have Shooter with the rest of his troops moving down. He's got the Royal Knights as well as ranged infantry, and he's building a keep. So the control for this, okay, narrator, we have the control. Welcome to the stream, Jacqueline. We have control in the center over here, and Hypsh is pulling back a little bit, trying to get some firepower from the keep at this time. So quite an intense fight over here, and does hold it off. The fight for the sacred site is definitely relevant for sure. Looks like we have the TheGreatMule doing a counterattack, and he looks like he is pulling the boys. Villagers moving in, and he's putting down to keep the manor keep, and his freaking cannons are going down. And at the same time, we have an engagement over here, and actually they are put on the staggered formation for the archers here. We have some veteran horsemen going to try to take care of these villagers. How much damage can the TheGreatMule do? And he's also securing a sacred site. Actually, that is Hypsh, but same team. So there you go. One team, one fight. And this keep is about to go down. These Springles doing a surprising amount of damage. Oh, there's a royal cannon. Will the TheGreatMule repair this? We shall see. He is pulling back. That keep is actually going to go down. He doesn't bother repairing. So we'll see. Yeah, it does go down. Villagers are going to come outside. There we go. Took longer than I would think. Okay, the sacred sites are under control of the two tyrants here. Hypsh trying to clear out the forces of Soulslith and Shooter, and at the same time we do see a move out. Thing about siege, they are quite slow, and we have some culverins. That is not a good situation for the TheGreatMule. If you don't know, culverins extremely good versus siege. They're basically upgraded springles that are only available to the English and the HRE, which I know. One of the only things I know about this game, because I am still quite young. So we have the crossbowmen moving out, trying to take care of the horse archers, doing a decent amount of damage. So it looks like there's some focus fire mangonels doing work, and some kiting going on over here. But this keep, do not underestimate the keep. It does quite a bit more damage than you would think. Mangonels are moving out. How much damage can they do versus the horsemen? We shall see. We have some bees being made at this time. How many siege workshops do we have from the TheGreatMule? Not sure. Let's go down here. Is that a wolf? That is a wolf. Oh my gosh, even the wolf is getting in on the combat. Things are getting crazy. Sacred Site is still under control of the two, so the win condition is in favor of these two at these times. So if they could hold these positions, they will do well, as they say in English language. So yeah, that wolf's still doing work. That is insane. Wow. We have some more infantry moving out from Hypsh TV at this time. A little bit more balance on his gold production. And he has no villagers on gold, so I guess the Rus make gold based on bounties, I would assume, right? Looks like it. Yeah. Hunting animals, bounty is gold, reaching thresholds of bounty. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess doing that gives gold. Seems pretty strong. More money's being sent to Shooter, so definitely trying to give him that economic edge by trying to help out their buddy. They are one team, one fight. Quite a substantial siege force from Covfefe. He's got, or the doctor has the culverins. We got some mangonels from Covfefe trying to take care of these keeps, and this keep will probably not last. Does the TheGreatMule have enough forces to deal with this? We have some springles being focused by the bees, and they are being focused down. We just see some siege. We don't see any villagers being used to repair this. If this was repaired, I feel like it would be better for the fight in terms of presence, not so much damage. That keep is more scary than you would think. We go down here, we have another fight, and at the same time Hypsh's keep is going down as well, so fights are getting quite intense. This keep is going to go down. We do see some walls going down and a keep. I didn't know you could do that inside. No, that is the doctor still having that animation over there. So that is a big fat deny from the TheGreatMule. Just, you're not building there. I don't care. Keep is about to go down from the TheGreatMule. Springles, mangonels going down. That keep finally does go down, and that does open up a path. Huge culverin force at this time. bees are focusing them down, so it's a matter of who will succeed. Culverins are going down. If these culverins go down, this will prove quite nice for the GreatMule. But I didn't notice this. Man-at-Arms are actually in the face of the mangonels, and they actually are clearing up the siege forces. At the same time, let's go back to the Hypsh's forces. Got a trebuchet. Oh my goodness. Spicy. There it goes. Very useful. Okay. We have horse archers moving in, trying to deal with the light infantry here. We have some mangonels. We have just the fight of ages over here. The forces of the GreatMule have dwindled significantly, but so have Covfefe and the Doctor. This is not looking too good. These culverins are pretty low. Let's go back over here to this fight. This keep is almost going down from Hypsh. Hypsh trying his best to try to hold this position. These mangonels will make a huge difference, especially with this clump. Oh, he is going for the keep. Good to go. We have shooter going in. We have a trebuchet actually for Soulslith this time. Here, moving out. Pulling back here. The sacred site is under attack. And the keep does go down for Hypsh. Sacred Site is going down over here. This is not looking good for these two. We have, what the heck is that? A Ribble de Quinn? Oh my god, that is just... that is the manliest cannon I've ever seen. Just... how many is that? 4? 5? 5 cannons? In one wheelbarrow thing? Yeah, thing. Anyways, Sacred Site is going down, and it is going to be under well, it's not going to be under control, but the Sacred Site is lost, so that wing condition does go down, and at the same time this one's going down almost simultaneously. Insane. So turning the tide of the war at this time, we have a bunch of Springolds from the GreatMule trying to take care of the infantry as much as possible, and I think he did clear out most of the siege from the Doctor and Shooter. And we actually do see some keeps over here to try to secure that gold position. He needs that gold in order to get more siege. If he doesn't hold that, it does not look good for him. The man-at-arms are moving out, and they are going to do some straight-up genocide, unfortunately, over there. Like, geez, that was a sight to see. We have some range over here, and Soulslith is actually building a keep in relatively the same spot where Hypsh was. So, talk about some big manor plays right there. Again, staggered position from Hypsh TV. Moving out. He has some of his Saracens over here. They look like Saracens, but they're not. Alright. Anyways. Like I say, Crusader beta. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we do actually see a move out from the GreatMule. He's trying to press as much as he can. Culverins are in a nice spot, and the range on those culverins are insane. Will the GreatMule focus fire them? He does. 2 of them go down. Nice. He's got 1 more, but those culverins, I'm pretty sure they 2-shot these Springolds. Insane damage. And as long as the GreatMule can hold this position, retake this sacred site, he should be in a good position. He's actually trying to rebuild this stone wall as well. And yeah, this is a nail biter of a game. Wing condition is going down. We don't see any monks or prelates moving to this position. So Sacred Site's completely neutral at this time, as you could tell. So right now, it is a battle of wits at this time. Smartly, GreatMule is going to pull back, try to do some World War I action, try to take as much damage as possible. Didn't even notice the immense amount of barracks, even though I was clicking on them. Anyways, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, so we're pulling over here, and we'll see what happens. Hell yeah. Am I in the red? Yeah, a little bit in the red, jeez. Maybe I should pull back a little bit. There we go. Not quite hug the microphone as much. I hope the microphone quality is okay. I changed up my settings a little bit, quite a bit. GreatMule's moving in with his troops, and we'll see how much damage that does. He is pulling back. He's not gonna bother defending this position. Interestingly enough. Okay, he's just going to let it fall. The gold is gone, so I guess there's no point in holding this anymore. If I were in the TheGreatMule's position, I would certainly build as many keeps in this area because of this win condition. Then again, Hypsh does have to secure this as well, and wow, this is one entrenched position. My goodness, a huge turnaround. Soulslith and Shooter are just holding this position. Hypsh is trying his best to try to take care of these troops, trying to clear out as much as possible, but we have some Ribaldic wins. I don't know. It's good. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching, by the way. Always appreciate you when you stop by. Yeah, so let's see what's going on over here. First keep does go down for TheGreatMule, and the second one's going down as well, and a substantial Springald force at this time. We have some Royal Cannons as well, and does clear up the buildings of the TheGreatMule. So we'll see. Again, where are the structure? Where is the siege? Where are the siege structures for the TheGreatMule? Is it just at the astronomical clock tower? Do these produce like 5 at a time or something? Is he drunk? No, I'm kidding. Let's see. I think that's his only structure. Interestingly enough. There you go. All right, well, there you are. We have some Springalds, or the bees doing work trying to focus fire the Springalds at this time, and Sacred Site, you know, still neutral at this time. I think Shooter, or what's his face, Covfefe, and the Doctor are really trying to get going on that, trying to get that Sacred Site. TheGreatMule, extremely valiant, holding as much as he can, and he looks like he is succeeding quite well. Hypsh is pulling back, and he's actually going to try to assist his teammate, it looks like. And he is, I suppose they are going for some kind of base race at this time, because Soulslith, Shooter, yeah, Soulslith and Shooter are going down Main Street, and it's just going to try to clear up Hypsh's main forces here. Does Hypsh have enough troops to defend? I don't think so, because he is moving in to try to reinforce these troops here. I suppose these two's mindset, they're going to try to push and try to base race. That's what I would do too. I think that is a good tactic at this time. We do see a move out, huge substantial force from Soulslith Siege. And we see the TheGreatMule and Hypsh fighting as one, trying to do as much damage as possible, pushing forward, focus firing. Nice. The siege is going down from Covfefe. At the same time, we do have this counterattack from these two here, and there is absolutely nothing to defend, as discussed before. Yep, Covfefe is going down, being cleared at this time, pushing up to the Doctor. Do you like string cheese? I do, Jacqueline. Do you like string cheese? String cheese is good. I dig it. In fact, I am pretty hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet, so. And I don't have any cheese, but I have other food. Anyways, what's your favorite flavor of cheese, Jacqueline? Anyways. Not anyways that I don't care. Anyways, as in yeah. Anyways, Ribaldiquin. Wow, those do more damage than you would think. Let's move back up here to the horse archers at this time. Lots of barracks from the Doctor. And we have the TheGreatMule focus firing the siege, trying to do as much damage as possible. And we destroy the landmark over here. Strawberry flavor. Ooh, interesting. Sounds like it would be good. Strawberry flavored string cheese. There you go. And actually, the Spaskaya tower is actually shooting arrows out of it. That's kind of cool. Let's see how much damage that this push can do. They are making a headway as much as possible. And this sacred site is under the control of these two. And actually, I'm starting to see the benefit of this wall now from the TheGreatMule. If he finishes this wall, he can buy far more time. These two could buy. Oh, did they surrender? I think they surrendered. Yes, Hypsh TV has surrendered. He has left. Oh, there you go. That is interesting. Please ignore those links in the YouTube stream. Those are spam and not good links. So I'll be sure to remove them as well. It just happens. It just happens pretty much all the time, actually. Every time I stream. Let's see here. Yeah. Shooter taking down this, and GreatMule is the only one in this game. Not sure why Hypsh left. This base race definitely could have worked, I think, if they just kept swinging around and defeating as much as possible, defend this position. If they held the sacred site, the game wouldn't have been necessarily over. So that was an interesting choice. There you go. Let's move on over here. Man of War's moving out, and we'll see how much damage that GreatMule can do now that his teammate is gone. I wonder, can you control your forces when they surrender? Not sure. Your teammates' forces, that is. Moving up, and looks like the GreatMule is going to try to take care of this Aiken structure. There that goes. Man-at-Arms are doing a lot of damage to his siege, though. He does need to focus at this time. We'll see how much damage he can do. This is the game I played in the freezing office. That's you gotta wear a freaking coat and, you know, a scarf and everything. You're basically just training like Day 9 did, okay? So there you go. Welcome to the stream, GreatMule. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, so things are going, he's going pretty decent. So Covfefe has a little bit of a siege force himself. Gonna try to take care of the GreatMule this time. It looks like Covfefe is also moving in with his Royal Knights, and they will clear up the GreatMule at this time. Unfortunately, this does look like quite the end for these two. A valiant effort, and I think it all came down to just these two sacred sites and holding those positions. And once that was done, they had the enemy team had a, I shouldn't say the enemy team, the 4-player team. I say the enemy team because I'm usually in these 3v4s. But anyways, match is complete, and that is GG from them. So that was a good game. Unfortunately for the GreatMule and Hypsh, they did lose, but they tried at their best. And good job to the 4 on the other team. They overcame that initial attack from Hypsh, which was scary, and they overcame it and they won, and that's that game. So ladies and gentlemen, others, thank you so much for watching this episode of Nipa TV. I hope you enjoyed this cast, and I will see